Alright. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Um, let's see if I could get this to work. Alright, so since last time I went ahead and changed some of the audio settings to see if this makes a difference. Alright, so we're gonna go back, kill these guys. By the way, the gold pine resin was unintentional. As you can see, the gold pine resin doesn't really last that long. But for most boss fights, it's mostly enough. So I'm gonna see if I can try to run past these guys. And just like that, we're back to where we fought the Taurus demon. There you go. So once you beat the Taurus demon, the fog gate over here will open up, and you can continue on to the rest of the map. Now here is a door. We need the key to unlock it. We're gonna pick that up in a bit. It leads to the lower undead bird. But for now, we're just gonna talk to this guy. Solar is his name. Just skip past his dialogue real quick. Select yes. Yes once more. Now the reason we're talking to him is because later on in the game this unlocks him as a helper for some boss fights. Just make sure we exhaust this dialogue. Alright, so here on this bridge, as we run towards it, the dragon from earlier will come and cast his fire breath. Now, this is very interesting because this is one of the best early farming places. I'm gonna kick down this ladder. And just like that, we're back to this bonfire. So, I'm gonna show you real quick how to farm in this location. I'm gonna ignore those guys. Climb back up this ladder. You're gonna run towards the center of the bridge and then run back down. He casts his fire breath, which will kill all 5 follows on the bridge, gaining you 555 souls. And it takes, what, maybe 30 seconds at most? Now, for the sake of this video, I won't be farming for a while. I'll do it off screen, just so I could level up a couple levels. But for now, we're gonna go up the bridge towards the middle, go back down, wait until the hollows die, go back to this other side, into this corner. As you can see, the flames cannot reach us, and we're just gonna wait a while. Just angle the camera so you can see the dragon. After a while, the dragon will actually come down from the bridge. Now when he does, you could attack its tail and it'll drop the Drake sword. But I won't be using it this run. We're just gonna run past the dragon. I'm just gonna ignore the items that are there to reach this bonfire. Open up this gate. Whoa. That's actually the first time that I see that happen. Oh, and he flew away. Now we could go back and collect these items. One of these items is the claymore, which is actually a really good weapon, but it mostly, if I'm correct, it mostly skills. Okay, so it skills with both strength and dexterity. It's what's called a quality weapon. Although it doesn't skill all that much, but having both makes it a good weapon. In case you want to have a build in which you upgrade both strength and dexterity. Now on this run, I mostly will be upgrading dexterity and not strength. Although I will have to put a couple levels in there to wield the weapon that we're going to be using for the run. And there's the basement key to the lower end of Berg. Alright. Pick up the halberd. We're gonna go this other way. Just because in there we have a couple of, I believe they're called Boulder Knights. And at this stage, kind of hard to kill because they could block our attacks. And they have a good amount of health. You could also do that. As you can see, I'm having some trouble with it. Alright, there you go. So that's the reason we're not going in there. There's 3 of them. as well as another bigger knight. So we're gonna run to the left, just because to the right is another boulder knight. And you can see how much trouble I had with that one. Oh, and we're out of Estus flasks. We're gonna run past these guys, and we're gonna die. Alright. It happens. Mostly because I ran out of Estus flasks at that point. So we're gonna do the quick run. And I'm gonna show you the alternative to running past the dragon. Just in case you guys have trouble running past it. So instead of going on up here, as you can see the dragon's gone. Oh, there it is. So from the ladder, we're gonna go up the stairs, and instead of going up the second stairs, we're gonna run out here. We're gonna encounter a hollow here, which we're quickly gonna kill. As you can see, these guys are taking a lot more hits to kill, just because they have armor on. Now this one's kind of tricky, just because our right-handed weapon will bounce off the wall. So we gotta try to lure him out here into this open space. What we could do, we could just kick him out. It's pretty funny. And here we're gonna find 3 rats. Gotta be careful with them, because they will inflict poison if they hit you too much. The good thing is that if they hit the shield, the amount of poison buildup is a lot less. And as you can see, the 3 rats that I killed, none of them dropped humanity, which I had said in my other episode that is a possibility. We're gonna climb up this ladder and go on to the left. And we're back at this bonfire. Alright, so the gate is closed. We're gonna have to run down here. And we need to be very careful here, because we will get ambushed by a bunch of hollows. Luckily the hollows down here don't have that much armor on, or any armor on. And we should be able to kill them in a couple of hits. But before we do, we want to kill these armored guys. Just because these guys will get in the way, and they hit a lot harder than the other ones down here. As you can see, I'm down to 2 Estus flasks. We're gonna run straight. Alright, so that item we just picked up is the mystery key, which I'll show you later on what it's used for. It's used for freeing Lothric, but I'll show you his location. Now for the most part, I don't go down here, so I don't really tend to pick it up. That's where the master key comes in handy. Okay, before we go on to that fog gate, over here, there's another soul item. Just gonna carefully navigate. Alright. We're gonna go on to the left. To the right is another boulder knight and another shield, but you won't be needing that shield just because it won't be our primary shield for the game. In a moment, probably in the next episode, I'll show you what our primary shield for the game would be. So we're gonna go down these stairs. To the left is gonna be the boulder knight that I was talking about. Alright, we managed to do a good amount of damage to it. But as you can see, our weapon is not dealing that much damage. The majority of our damage came from the bleed proccing, which is the reason why bleed is very useful. Alright. And just like that, we're out of Estus Flask again. But over here on the ground, you'll see the salt we dropped earlier. See, I could run past these guys without taking too much damage. We're gonna run down here. And here we will find another bonfire. Yeah, light it up real quick. Try to rest in it before the hollow reaches. Alright, so instead of leveling up, I'm actually gonna go down here. That banging noise you hear is Andre the Giant. Or sorry, Andre the Blacksmith. Not a giant. Although he is pretty big. I'm gonna talk to him. We're gonna purchase item. We're gonna buy this. Titanite charts.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Now Titanite charts are used for upgrading weapons. Now I know I said earlier that we won't be using the bandit's knife as our primary weapon for the rest of the game. But for now we're gonna have to upgrade it because the damage that it deals is kind of miserable. Except for the bleed damage. Over here you'll see this Sense Fortress. which will be used later in the game once you rang the 2 bells. Alright, let's see what we could do. Okay, I guess we could go pick up our primary shield. Now, for the most part, I'm not very good at this game, so I will be dying a lot. But I'll see if I could try to edit out deaths. I'm gonna run past this guy. These guys are all over the world. They're one-time enemies that when killed drop Demon Titanite, which is used to upgrade a particular type of weapon. But we won't have to worry about killing them. We could just run past them for now. Just cause the weapons that they drop, the Demon Titanite that they drop, we won't be using the weapons that they upgrade. You can see right now we're struggling to kill this one enemy. Just cause some enemies don't believe. You can see how many hits it took to kill that one guy. I'm trying to see if I could have another weapon, but we don't have the stats required to upgrade any of them. So the way you could see if any weapons, if you have the stats to wield any weapons, is by pressing X once you're in this screen, and in the middle column towards the bottom it says required parameter or rec param. That will show you the strength and dexterity necessary in order to wield a weapon, as well as intelligence and faith, but that's mostly necessary for sorceries. So for now, we're mostly going to worry about strength and dexterity, but we don't have any other weapon. So we're actually going to suffer through this section. Alright, I'm going to go back. Before I proceed, I'm going to see if I could upgrade my weapon a little. As you can see how much we struggle with that one enemy. I don't know what it's called, but I'll call him a bush guy.
Well, you need any? I'll be seeing you next weekend.
Alright, we're actually gonna go into our inventory and try to use some humanities. Just to get some souls. Sorry, I meant to say we're gonna use some souls.
Well,
We're gonna reinforce weapon. That's the main way to upgrade the weapon. You upgrade it in batches of 5.
don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see.
Now, Andre sells some pretty interesting stuff. Now, he sells arrows just like most merchants. He sells different weapons. Some are good. He sells the Crest of Artorias as well as the Weaponsmith box, Armorsmith box, and Repair box, which we will be buying once we have a little bit more souls. The Crest of Artorias is used for opening a section in the Darkwood Basin. Um, which will be our next farming spot. But you can see it requires 20,000 souls to buy, so we won't be able to buy it for a while. And then he sold more Titanite shards.
Don't get
Run past this guy again. Once we reach this puddle, we're gonna go on to the left. And down we go. We're gonna keep going down to the very bottom. That's where we will find our primary shield for the game. Now here is a crystal lizard. Alright. So when killed, they draw 2 twinkling titanite, and they could drop either titanite chunks or large titanite, which is used for upgrading the weapons past level 5 and past level 10, with the titanite chunk being the past level 10, which very useful to have just because there isn't a very good farming spot for titanite chunks. Here we will find the leather armor, longbow, and the feather arrows. Now, we won't be using the bow and arrow all too much. There is one location where we could use it, but for the most part, we'll just stick to melee weapons. Alright, down here we have to be careful because there's a silver knight, and these things are super hard to kill. They have a lot of HP, they're fast. We're gonna run past it into this hole where we will find another bonfire. Hopefully it doesn't follow us in here, otherwise we're gonna die. And we're gonna have to go all the way back. Alright, so that resets it. Now if you keep going on, if you keep going straight, eventually you'll reach the Valley of Drakes, which is mostly an end game location. So we won't be going there for now. Alright, we keep going down here and pick up the grass crest shield, which will be our primary shield for the game. Fortunately, we don't have the stats required to wield it for now, but we just need to upgrade one's strength and we'll be able to use it. Now the reason why this is our primary shield for the game is because of its stamina regen effect, which is very useful. Actually gonna run all the way back. Alright, that's just my dog in the background. We could go ahead and ignore that. Alright, and just like that, we're back to this puddle. Dark Root Garden. Oh, and because we rested at the bonfire, this guy respawned. Luckily, our knife does enough poison damage. Oh, yeah, we can't really deal with 2 for now. We don't do enough damage. We're just gonna run away. If I'm correct, past this point they de-aggro. So we don't have to worry about them following us. Alright. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I wanna see if I could try and farm a little. Just so that I can get all the purchases from Andre the blacksmith. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here for now. I don't know how long it's been, but I'll record the next episode and I'll upload it. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time.